What is up, everybody? Hello and welcome back to another podcast here at Zombie Chris Explains It All. And on today, we are talking about the new details on the Harry Potter coaster that is, well, not featuring Harry Potter. More on that when we return back. I was so pumped for this ride, so pumped, until I started reading the details. And before we get to that, I just want to tell you guys, you can reach me over at zombiekeeper83@gmail.com. That is right. That is the email address. If you want to send me any topics, any ideas, anything that you want to see this podcast cover, or maybe any tips that you'd like to see, maybe implied or any kind of help, anything that's going to help out the podcast, make sure to send those over at zombiekeeper83@gmail.com, as well as on the social media platforms if you want to reach me. Simple, Zombie CT. That's it. Not from Connecticut, but very simple. You can reach me over on those platforms and I'll be sure to either comment, respond. So without further ado, let's dive into HAGRID'S Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure. I don't even know the name of this at this point. I keep calling it different names. I call it the Harry Potter coaster. That doesn't feature Harry Potter is my name for it anyway. There's a lot of little details in this article, the blog post that they put up. The video is something totally different altogether, but in the details of the blog post is where you always gotta read, because there's little things they always throw in there. There's hints. They talked about the actual motorbike or the motorcycle having different experiences, whether you ride in the sidecar or you ride in the main part of it. Not quite sure how that's going to differ, whether it's on one side or the other side, or whether one makes you feel a little bit lighter. We'll have to see once the ride opens how that's going to work out. We also have some new experiences. This combines innovative coaster technology with rich elements and actual sets, which is really cool because I haven't seen that done in a roller coaster. Typically, roller coasters are big and it's scary, and that's pretty much it. They don't feature actual sets and animatronics and things, so that's really, really cool for them to bring kind of this new way of doing roller coasters, much like how you think of the Mummy. It says it's going to be an actual forest with over 1,200 live trees, so that's pretty insane that they're going to actually have living, breathing trees, I guess. Also says experiencing a free-wheeling coaster flight where you'll twist, turn, rush forward, which is a keyword, rush forward. So obviously there's going to be a launch coaster technology somewhere thrown in there that you're going to launch. We've seen that over on Escape from Gringotts, so it's kind of cool they're bringing it over here. And backward. They only use it one word, not plural. So only one time on the ride that you're going to go backwards. It's going to go up to 50 miles per hour into dark forest, which I'm assuming is the launch coaster part, that you're going to launch really fast through the dark forest part. It says you'll encounter some of the creatures that we already know. You got the centaurs, you got the Cornish pixels, you got Fluffy, the three-headed dog, which is probably the giant animatronic, which is going to be crazy. And even one that's never been seen in the films, which I think is rather cool. That's going to bring definitely some Harry Potter fans to the park to see that. And the last one, which is the key word for me and why I am not really excited to probably ever ride this ride. I probably won't ever. Hurl past challenging obstacles, drop into an endless pit of devil snare. Drop! That word drop is, me and drop don't get along. That's my number one pet peeve of any kind of theme park attraction. If it features a drop, I am like 99% likely not to go. That's just my personal preference. I don't mind motion simulators. I don't mind a little bit of height. I know Forbidden Journey gets up pretty high when you're in the arm. So I'm okay with that, but I just don't do drops. That's why I don't ride Jurassic Park. That's why I don't do Dudley Dewdrops, Doctor Doom, Hulk, Rip Ride Rocket. The list is long. It took me forever to do Green Gods. It took me like almost 2-3 years for me to do it. And it was only because I was hanging out with someone and they were like, let's go do Green Gods. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So I'm okay with not riding it. I'll just watch some POVs of it and see how the drop is. Maybe read up on the drop. And if it's not too bad, maybe I'll ride it, but probably more than likely not really. But yeah, June 13th, it looks like it's going to be a insane coaster. I'm not quite sure how much extreme is it, and I know a lot of people were worried about it being kind of this family coaster type deal. It doesn't really look like it. It looks like Green Gots, but I think the next level up. So I would say maybe like for young adults, like probably maybe like 17, 16 and up, I would think could ride this, not like little kids and families. It definitely looks like it's going to have some crazy stuff thrown in there. So that has been it for the podcast for this one. Tell me if you are watching this over on YouTube. Leave it down in the comment section. What do you think about the new ride? What are you most excited to see in the ride? And if you are listening to this, wherever you're listening to audio podcast, thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. And once again, if you want to reach me, you can do so over at zombiekeeper83@gmail.com. Over on social media platforms, it is ZombieCT. Remember, not from Connecticut. Very simple, very easy. You can reach me on those platforms if you want to give me any topics. If you want to just reach out, if you want to say, hey, I love the channel. Hey, I want to see you cover this in the future episodes. Or if you want to send me a video question, you can do so as well. Send it over to zombiekeeper83@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to include it on the next video. And that is it for this short video cast, podcast, whatever you guys want to call this. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, peace out.